Here come the haters. Every time I pull out this kit, it seems like the comment section is filled with hate. Let's see if it happens again today. Stick around and we'll get right to it. So what is it about this kit that annoys so many people? Well, I'm not sure, but Starlink seems to trigger a lot of ham radio operators. Now, I'm not getting into the arguments for or against Starlink today. After Hurricane Helene rolled through the South a couple of years ago, well, I became a believer in Starlink. If you choose to ignore the fact that it can be super helpful for emergency communications, well, that's up to you. But what I've got to show you today is something really, really cool. Well, at least most of the Starlink owners will think this thing is pretty cool. If you're not into Starlink, that's okay. You can go ahead and exit now. Be sure to leave that hateful comment, though, down below. Don't forget that. What I've got here, though, is a tripod. Now, you're probably like me going, Jason, what's so special about a Starlink tripod? Well, in most cases, you would be absolutely correct. What's unique about this one, though, is it's got a battery pack built into it, and I'm literally powering my Starlink right now off of this tripod. And it will continue to power this Starlink Mini for up to 6 hours. Now, I'll cover a few more details here about the tripod in just a minute. But for me, the primary purpose that I use this Starlink on a day-to-day basis, I always keep it in the back of the truck. And if I'm out somewhere that doesn't have cell phone signal or doesn't have good cell phone signal, I can always grab my Starlink, put it on the bed of the truck, and have high-speed internet. The other time that I will use this is when we are at work with our day job and I'm in a spot that I don't have internet. Well, I can use this to get us online so that we're able to process credit cards anywhere that we happen to have to work. And all of our work is on location, and this thing has came in clutch more than once. And the final use case for Starlink on a normal, regular basis is when we're out in the RV. Now, I'm not going to use this tripod when we're out in the RV because I'll have other ways to power it. But when I'm out and just need this for a few hours, this tripod is going to be a really great addition to my Starlink kit. So this power mount is by Orbynexa, at least I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, and let's take a look at what all we get in the box. Right on top we get some directions and a guarantee, and then we've got the main unit underneath. They do include two different cables for you. One is a short Starlink connection. The other is a 100-watt USB-C to USB-C cable. And this is actually a really nice quality cable that I typically don't see included in many kits. And then the only other thing inside the box is the power mount itself, or the power tripod. Now, they do give you this nice padded case for it that I may use, I may not. But let's go ahead and pull this thing out and take a look at it a little bit closer. On the top right here, you do have the standard Starlink mount. And if we remove that cap, you'll see that that also reveals a 1/4-20 threaded stud right there. So you've got a couple of different options for the way you mount it. Right here under this rubber cover, on one side, you've got USB-C. And by the way, guys, this thing is USB-C power delivery, and it will give you several different voltages out on this, including 12 volts, which is really cool because I could use this with a 12-volt trigger and be able to charge my HTs. On the other side, we've got the DC power port right here, and this is the one that we use with the Starlink connector to plug up there and then plug the other end into your Starlink. Taking a look at the bottom end, you've got one little button right here in the center. If we press that, it pops out the 3 legs, and now we can set this thing up. Now, this is one of the mounts that came with my Starlink Mini for that pipe type mount, and it fits on here just perfectly. So once I tighten this down, that's what keeps the Starlink mounted to this unit. Now, size of the battery, you're looking at 45,000 milliamp hours in this power pack. That barrel connector right here, well, that's 30 volts at 2 amps, and this thing is IP67 water rated. So that's a pretty good rating, although I do question that a little bit. If you've got this port open, this type of plug is designed to seal out water, but when we put it on here, you'll see that it doesn't really have a seal. However, I think the way they're getting around that is once the Starlink is mounted, it basically shields this connecting point from getting any water on it. Now, if you had a seriously hard rain and it was raining sideways, yeah, maybe you could get some water on it, but under just a light sprinkle, I don't think you're going to have any issues with water getting on this connection. Now, you do use the USB-C port to charge this particular tripod, and on the output side for Type-C, we've got 5 volts at 3 amps, 9 volts at 3 amps, 12 volts at 3 amps, 15 volts at 3 amps, and 20 volts at 3.25 amps. So quite a few different options if you've got the right trigger cable to go with this particular device. So what's my verdict on this little power pack? Well, I did run the Starlink Mini successfully for just slightly over 6 hours the first time I hooked this up and tested it. And this has definitely earned a place in the back of my truck, because if I'm out again and just need power for a few hours, this is going to do the trick. And the fact that it doubles as just a regular old battery bank, well, that's a bonus in my book, because now I can recharge cell phones when I'm out and about. I can recharge HTs when I'm out and about. It's just one more piece of kit that I will enjoy having in the back of the truck. If you found today's information helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up before you head off. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, 7-3.